Hi everyone, we're looking at pattern Po Eun in this video. It's the second pattern taught to first degree black belts. It's got 36 movements. Po Eun's quite a nice pattern, and then it's got two completely symmetrical halves. So you do one set of movements on one side, and then you repeat the whole sequence on the other side. As always in these videos, I'll talk through the pattern the first go through, and then I'll replay the whole pattern without interruption. Okay, so for Po Eun, we're starting the pattern in the same position as we do for Kwanghae, so parallel stance with heaven hand. And the first move, we're going to step to our left into L stance, middle forearm guarding block. Okay, from there, we're going to step up into one leg stance, so picking the right leg up to the left, raising the hands to the, or lifting the hands to the side as we turn the head towards the right. So the head's going to turn through 180 degrees, coming up into one leg stance, lifting the hands. From there, we're going to do a side pressing kick with the right leg, recover the balance and land sitting stance knife hand strike with the right hand. And then an angle punch with the left hand. So we're going to bring the right hand across the body to act as a reaction, and then throw a sitting stance angle punch with the left hand. Okay, from here, the next 7 movements, I think it is, are done in continuous motion. So that's one nice connected sine wave, and ideally one breath running through all of the techniques. I'll tell you when that ends. It's good fun. So next movement here, we're going to do a downward 4-fist pressing block with the left hand, and at the same time with the right hand, an inner forearm high block. So as we chamber the hands, see if I can just scroll through this slowly, we're going to take the hands to the shoulder, cross the hands with the punching side on the inside, backs of the hands together. So then the high front block is going to come across the face, blocking, say, a high punch, and the punching block fist is going to travel straight down this way. So that punching block finishing on the center line. As you're preparing the technique, try not to lift that elbow up too high. So that's probably gone a bit too high in this case. So keep the elbow relaxed, but lift the hand and then fire the hand downwards. Okay, so if I play that in full speed now, 1, and then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So this time taking the hands to the right shoulder. Oh, gone too quickly. So making sure that should be an inner forearm high block with the left hand and a 4-fist pressing block with the right fist. We're then going to perform a middle wedging block with the inner forearms. Okay, so still staying in that sitting stance, middle section, so the fists are going to be shoulder height, hands slightly wider than the body. Imagine someone's trying to bear hug you around the middle, and you're blocking their arms away from there. Okay, we're then going to do a back elbow thrust with the right elbow, and you're going to support that and push it backwards using the finger belly of the left hand. So pulling, so you've got your fingers of your left hand overlapping the fist of your right hand, pulling that arm back. Then going to throw a middle punch with that right arm, and the left hand is just now going to sit on the elbow. So the finger belly on the elbow, trying not to let the fingertips stick out from the arm too much. Followed by another back elbow thrust, this time with the left hand, and then from that position, trying not to move the body too much, a horizontal punch with both hands in that sitting stance. So think about doing a side punch with your right hand and an angle punch with your left hand. So a nice 90-degree bends in the shoulder and wrist, shoulder and elbow of that left hand. Right, and that's where the breathing ends. So if I go right back to the beginning of this combination here, so we've done the knife hand strike and then come across with the crescent punch. And these next movements we want to do with one continuous breath. So and then finish the breath on that horizontal punch. From here, we're going to step the left leg over the right into X stance with a low front block with the right outer forearm. So again, we're doing a low front block similar to Kwanghae. So we want the blocking arm to travel in a nice circular motion, finishing up on the center line. With this one, the opposite hand is coming finger belly onto the under forearm. It's stepping in X stance, so the left leg is going to come in front on the ball of the foot, right hand flat on the floor. From there, stepping to the side, L stance, U-shaped grasp. So similar to a U-shaped block, but the top hand is inverted. So we've got the palm facing up to the ceiling, or the sky in this case, of that top hand, and we've got the weight in L stance. I'm then going to bring the left leg to the right and perform a twin horizontal elbow thrust, looking back the direction that we've come in slow motion. Okay, so bringing that left leg in as the hands come out and we turn to face the way we've come. We're then going to step the left leg out and perform a back fist strike with the right hand, extending the left hand side downwards. So similarly to how we do the third and sixth movement in pattern Toige, making sure that back fist is coming right behind us and the left hand just down on the line of the shoulder. Again, another X stance, low front block with the outer forearm, making sure you're keeping those feet parallel, so toes pointing straight to the front. Again, we want the blocking hand and the opposite hand traveling in nice circular motions. So as you start that movement, if I go backwards here, so in the back fist strike, hands come into the chest, then they come up and out to the sides into a kind of relaxed W-shaped block position, and then they're going to travel, or they should travel, down in a circular motion. So from this position, we should see that hand travel this way and this way. Wrong way. Okay, something for Mrs Swain to practice on. They're probably traveling a little bit too straight there, which means that she's probably going to hit the attack coming in with the knuckles rather than blocking it with the outer forearm. Okay, from there, we're going to step the left leg across into sitting stance, low reverse knife hand guarding block. So the left hand is a reverse knife hand block position, so tucking that thumb out of the way, blocking over to the side and looking as far as possible to that left side without overly straining the neck. And then we repeat that whole thing going the other way. So we're going to pivot on the left foot, taking the right foot into L stance forearm guarding block, then pop up into one leg stance, lifting the hands and looking to the opposite direction, pressing kick, land knife hand strike in sitting stance, angle punch, and then the continuous motion techniques. So we've got 2 full fist pressing blocks and high inner forearm blocks, middle wedging block, back elbow thrust, punch, back elbow thrust, and then horizontal punch. Okay, all in sitting stance, all with one shared breath. From there, stepping the right leg over the left, low front block with the outer forearm, finger belly on the under forearm, L stance U-shaped grasp, slow motion, twin horizontal elbow thrust. On that one, hands coming to about the chest line so that you're exposing the pointy bits of the elbow either side. As you're performing that technique, looking in the opposite direction. Then stepping the right leg back the way you've came, back fist strike with your right hand extended down to the side. Then another another outer forearm front block, this time finger belly on the side of the fist. And then final move, sitting stance, reverse knife hand low block. Okay, and that's Po Eun. And at the end, you bring your left leg back to the ready position. But unfortunately, I've cut that off the video. So remember, when you're doing those low front blocks, making sure the hands travel in nice circular motions. And to get the hand positions right of the opposite hand, remember the top side joint of beef. So the opposite hand sits on top the first time, then on the side the second time. As you come back the other way, top, then side. Okay. So, as promised, I'll play the whole thing through without interruption. Okay. And again, bringing that left leg back to your parallel stance with heaven hand at the end. Just another one on the low front blocks to help you remember which hand is the blocking hand. Whichever way you're stepping towards is your blocking side. Okay, so if you're moving to your right, the right hand blocks. If you're moving to your left hand blocks. Okay. As always, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the box below or get in touch with me and we'll help you out. Otherwise, enjoy the practicing.